Hey there, it's Perry with PapercraftingThreads. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm making a hidden shadow box and I'm using supplies from the July 2026 Paper Pumpkin Kit, Hooray for Birthdays. Feel free to substitute anything you have in your stash to make this fun fold. So let's get started. I have a piece of white willow cardstock and I'm using that because it's a brighter white and I want it to go with these brighter colored flowers. And it measures 5.5 by 10.5 inches. Pardon my dog. And I've scored it at 1/2 inch, 4 inches, 4.5 inches, and 8 inches. I'm just going to fold on those score lines. And this is how it will end up being folded. But in order to facilitate this fold for when it lies flat, I'm pushing that back, and you'll see this kind of billows up a little bit. So I'm going to reinforce the score line to make it flat. And now I can go ahead and burnish the rest of these score lines. And double check that when this is here, that it folds flat. Straighten that out again, give it another press. Just helps train the paper where I want it to go. Next, I'm using the 4th largest rectangle from the textured note dies, and these are retired. It doesn't matter what you use for your opening, because this, whatever's on here is not even going to show. I just want this opening cut. So I'm using some mint tape, which is low tack tape. Trying to get this centered as well as I can, just eyeballing it. And holding that in place. And die cutting this out of that section. And I'm saving this because I can use this for something else. I have a Timid Tiger ink pad here, and I'm using the full-sized one just because I had it handy. The spot works just as well, that came with the kit. I'm using this stamp set from the kit. I'm just going to place this, I think I want it to go this way. Stamping. Something like that. And then setting that aside for a moment and putting some bits down here. Oh, and sorry, this is a 4 by 5.5 inch piece, just like that one I just did. And this one, I'm going to stamp all over it. I have a piece of scratch paper, and I have this piece and this piece for starters. And the dark basic black marker. And I want the brush tip end. I'm going to splatter. So just hold it at a 45-degree angle and hit the barrel. Keep it towards the bottom. If you can see those little splatters there. They're subtle, but they're there. And then on here, I'm going to cover this bit up. I want it to be around this frame a little bit. Oh, and I almost forgot. I need to stamp my sentiment here. And I'm using the birthday wishes and stamping on this label from the kit. And I'm going to use the tear and tape from the kit. You could also use liquid glue. Giving that a burnish. and then lining this up. And then adding tear and tape here. And I'm just going to go down the middle. Let me get this end trimmed off so it's right up to the edge. Remove that liner. Putting it right up to this edge here. And then folding that over. So we have that. Oh, I forgot to put my flowers in there. No worries. It's easier to do it when it's flat, but it's still doable, even like this. So I'm just going to place some glue dots from the kit on the backs of these leaves and slide this in here. Like that. And then I need to build my flowers. So let me grab an assortment here. And then we have these stickers. We kind of just bend it up. We can get something under there. Put that one on there. And then we'll just glue dot the back. And then I have this bit, which is just one of these that I cut off from using from another card. And putting this one right there. And then taking my sentiment. And I'm actually going to put this on dimensionals, even though it's on the inside of the card. Just using some of the edges here. And setting that right across there. So there's the inside of our card. That's complete. And then for the front of the card, I have this piece. So again, I'm going to use the tear and tape. Remove those backings. And then lining this up. Just stick down some of the leaves and putting it on here like this. Okay, and then I need some more flowers again. And I want to get an odd number of these. And again, I'm going to add centers to them. And the last thing I need off of here is one of the happies. So let me pull that off. Now these are stickers, but they're very thick. I'm going to lay that across here. Something like that. And then using an assortment of the glue dots and some of the dimensionals. And laying down the ones that have the glue dots first. And there you have it. A hidden shadow box. Room for your message over here. Stands up for display. And fits in a standard A2 envelope. Find written instructions over on my blog at... If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching. Bye!